Hey everyone, and welcome back to Depths of Thought. I'm your host, and today we're diving into some seriously powerful and sometimes controversial ideas. We're not just skimming the surface here, we're plunging into the deep end of strategy, influence, and self-mastery. We'll be exploring some of the most provocative laws from, dare I say it, the infamous 48 Laws of Power. But we're going to analyze them with a modern lens, focusing on how they apply to our lives and journeys to success and personal growth. So buckle up, engage your mind, and let's get into it. Today, we're not just talking about raw power in the Machiavellian sense. We're dissecting how these principles can be relevant to building a fulfilling career, navigating complex relationships, and ultimately becoming the best version of ourselves. We'll be walking through 6 key laws that, when thoughtfully understood and applied, can dramatically shift your trajectory. Law 1. Never outshine the master, the art of strategic humility. Let's start with a principle that often chafes against our modern desire to be seen and celebrated. Never outshine the master. This is not about self-deprecation or playing small. It's about understanding the power dynamics at play in any relationship, particularly with those who hold more power than you. Think of this in the context of climbing the corporate ladder, working with a mentor, or even within your family dynamics. The crucial thing to understand is that nobody wants to feel threatened by their subordinates. When you inadvertently make your superior look bad, either by displaying superior intelligence or outperforming them too conspicuously, you risk their jealousy, insecurity, and ultimately their resentment. The subtle art here is not to dim your light entirely. Instead, find ways to make your master look even better in the process. Make them shine. Instead of directly challenging their ideas, frame your perspective as contributing to their overall vision. That's a brilliant idea, and perhaps we could enhance it by considering your perspective. By doing this, you demonstrate your value while simultaneously bolstering their authority. It's a nuanced dance of respect, strategic alignment, and subtle influence. Remember, true power often comes from the ability to play the long game. Law 6, court attention at all costs, the power of visibility. Moving to the other end of the spectrum, we delve into the importance of visibility in a competitive world. Law 6, court attention at all costs, doesn't mean striving for fleeting social media fame or engaging in cheap publicity stunts. It's about strategically drawing attention to your skills, talents, and unique value. In a world where everyone is vying for their slice of the pie, it's not enough to be good. You have to be seen as good. This requires a conscious effort. Consider how you present yourself in your industry or field. Are you attending networking events? Are you actively sharing your work, expertise, and accomplishments? Are you cultivating a personal brand that reflects your values and capabilities? Attention is a currency in the modern world, and if you aren't actively cultivating it, you will likely be overlooked. However, don't fall into the trap of empty boasts or hollow promises. Make sure your visibility is rooted in genuine skill and delivered with authenticity. Aim to be known for something of substance and value. You're not just seeking attention, you're earning recognition. Law 15, crush your enemy totally, addressing conflict decisively. Now, this is where things can feel a bit intense. Crush your enemy totally isn't about advocating for violence, obviously. Instead, it's a powerful metaphor for the importance of dealing with conflict decisively. When you encounter obstacles, challenges, or opposition, don't let things fester. Don't leave room for your problems to grow or reemerge. This can mean several things. Perhaps it's having the courage to address a long-simmering issue with a colleague, or perhaps it means completely dismantling a flawed process at work. It means not allowing small acts of negativity or doubt to sabotage your goals. To totally crush an enemy in this sense requires that you learn to identify the root cause of the problems you face and then deal with it completely. It means making strategic moves that resolve a conflict in your favor, not just temporarily, but permanently. This is about taking ownership and responsibility for your path and refusing to allow hurdles to slow you down indefinitely. Law 25, recreate yourself, the power of constant evolution. Stagnation is the enemy of progress. Law 25, recreate yourself, is a call to continuous self-improvement and reinvention. The world is constantly changing, and if you want to stay relevant and vibrant, you must be willing to adapt and evolve as well. This isn't about abandoning who you are at your core, but carefully evaluating your strengths and weaknesses, identifying areas for growth, and then actively working on them. Do you need to learn a new skill? Do you need to refine your communication style? Do you need to shift your perspective on certain beliefs? This is a process of deliberate self-cultivation. Embrace change not as a threat, but as an opportunity to become a stronger, more capable version of yourself. The ability to recreate yourself is what keeps you dynamic, interesting, and always moving forward. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion, projecting confidence and presence. Be royal in your own fashion speaks to the impact of how you carry yourself. It's about projecting confidence, poise, and a sense of value, irrespective of your circumstances. This isn't about arrogance, it's about cultivating self-assurance. When you believe in yourself, others will also be more likely to believe in you. This is an exercise in intention. Project confidence by standing up straight, making eye contact, and speaking with conviction. Dress in a way that makes you feel powerful and aligned with the image you want to portray. It's less about pretending to be someone you're not, and more about fully embodying the version of yourself that you admire. How you present yourself influences how others perceive you. It's about knowing your worth and communicating that worth to the world. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes, forging your own path. Finally, we come to avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. This law encourages you to forge your own path and create your own legacy rather than attempting to live in someone else's shadow. It's tempting to emulate those you admire, but true success and fulfillment come from discovering and expressing your own unique strengths and talents. This means being willing to experiment, to try new things, and to potentially fail along the way. It means recognizing that your path is not destined to be a carbon copy of someone else's. You have your own unique set of circumstances, skills, and perspectives, and by honoring those, you will achieve something that is entirely and authentically yours. The world doesn't need another impersonator, it needs you. These laws, viewed through a modern lens, provide a powerful framework for navigating life with more intention and strategy. They encourage us to be more deliberate in our interactions, more proactive in pursuing our goals, and more reflective in our own self-mastery. The key, as always, is balance. We must learn to temper these laws with ethics and empathy, always acting with integrity and respect. These laws are not intended for malicious or manipulative ends. Rather, they are here to empower you to become your best self, to excel at what matters most to you, and to move through the world with purpose and power. What are your thoughts on these laws? Which one resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this deep dive, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Depths of Thought for more explorations into ideas that challenge and inspire, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. Until next time, keep thinking deeply.